Hello all, welcome to today's video, and today I want to get into kind of a hot topic, something that's a little bit controversial and something that you've probably seen on YouTube or on social media, and this is the Decline Now movement. And if you haven't heard about it, what the Decline Now is it's actually started as a Facebook group, and it's a group of people that are taking a stand against DoorDash and basically saying they're tired of taking lowball orders, and they're tired of being offered, $3 and $4 orders, and orders that are many miles that are paying little dollars. And I just learned about the Decline Now movement probably, about a week ago, and I started doing a little research on it, looking into it. Tried to join the Facebook group and still waiting to get on just so I could see what they're talking about specifically and what's going on. But today I really want to talk to you about Decline Now and how that applies to you as an individual driver, because I think fundamentally, I think the Decline Now movement is a good thing. I think it's a good idea to, don't accept lowball offers, or to not accept offers that are going an extreme amount of miles and paying you very little for the amount of miles that you're going. I do think that there are some flaws with it though, and I honestly, personally, this is my own opinion, I believe it's a bunch of ignorant people that are part of the movement. Not all of them, but I think a lot of them are ignorant. By ignorant, I'm not trying to cut them down or say anything bad about them. I mean that they're just not knowledgeable, and they just don't understand the DoorDash platform, and they don't understand what their responsibilities are and what is acceptable and what's not acceptable. So I think that, as I said, I think it is fundamentally a good thing, but I also think it's a lot of people that are just complaining. So I want to dive a little bit into the Decline Now movement and talk to you a little bit about that today. The first thing I want to say about the Decline Now movement is I honestly don't think they're going to have a large impact on DoorDash, and here's why I say that. DoorDash is a company that makes millions of dollars a month. They are a very large online platform, and they've got their business model, and they're going to do what they do the way they do it. And the amount of drivers that DoorDash has is in the millions. I don't know exactly how many there are, but it is in the millions, and they aren't just in America, they're in other countries also. And the Decline Now movement is a movement of about 27,000 people at this point. And if you think about it, 27, 30, 40,000 people, in contrast to millions of drivers, they're just not going to really have an impact on DoorDash and what it's doing and what it's sending out, because that is a very small percentage of the total number of drivers that are out there. So overall, although the Decline Now movement seems large in considering how many drivers there are out there, that's not a very large percentage. So they're not going to have a large impact on the overall DoorDash platform and what DoorDash does. That being said, if they are a large group like that in a condensed area, in other words, if it were that many drivers and they were in a couple of marketplaces, they might be able to have some effect on what happens on the DoorDash platform, because they're declining orders that are low. And if all of the people in a marketplace decline it, then of course DoorDash is going to have to make some changes to get the orders accepted by the dashers that are out there doing the runs. But if you have 27,000 people, even across the whole United States, they're not going to have a large impact. So I don't think that the Decline Now movement is going to have a large impact on DoorDash's overall strategy and what they do with the orders that they give to the Dashers. I just don't think it's going to happen. Secondly, I think from what I've read and from what I've understand, it is mostly just a bunch of people that are complaining about DoorDash. Everybody has their own ideas and their own opinions on what people should do when they go out to make the deliveries. They are not going to really help a large number of people, because what you do out there is really dependent on your marketplace, as I've said in other videos. What you do in your marketplace is going to be different than what I do on my marketplace. I'm going to give you an example of me specifically. I work two different marketplaces. I work in Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is second largest city in Indiana, which I've told you in other videos. And what my strategy is there is completely different than the other smaller market I work that's right by my home, which is Auburn, Indiana. Auburn, Indiana is a city of about 20,000 people, and DoorDash is king there. And when I work in Auburn, all the restaurants are like within a quarter mile of each other that I get orders from. There are a couple outlying ones, but the most orders I get come from a strip that's about a quarter mile long. The orders that I get on DoorDash are typically 2 to 3 miles total, and if I were to use the strategy that I use in Fort Wayne, it would work. And the reason I say that is because the pay that they offer up there is typically anywhere from $3 to as high as about $7 or $7.50. I rarely see any $8 orders up there. If you remember into my other videos, I talk about Fort Wayne, and in Fort Wayne I will not accept anything unless it is an $8 order or more, and it has to be $1.50 per mile or higher. So in Auburn, though, that strategy won't work because it's a completely different marketplace. So in Auburn, I actually will accept $6 orders, and I will take orders that are $1.50 or more, just like in Fort Wayne. But basically, I work Auburn, and I take 4 to 5 $6 orders an hour. I can do it in Auburn because of the way the restaurants are set up, and because of how far I deliver. I can always take 4 to 5 deliveries that are $6 or better, and I decline anything under $6 up there. What that means is I can still make my $24 to $30 an hour by accepting $6 orders, because I can take 4 to 5 an hour, and I still make really good money up there. I have a much lower dollar per delivery rate up there because the rate is lower, but my overall compensation is still going to fall in line with what I get up in Fort Wayne. Sorry, the sun's right in my face. It's early morning. Now, I will say though that this strategy is not one that I would use in Fort Wayne, because the difference between Auburn and Fort Wayne is that there is no Grubhub up there. In Auburn, and Uber Eats is very sporadic. Sometimes, and normally it's only on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I will get orders from Uber Eats in Auburn. But beyond that, I turn on my Uber app, and I don't see a whole lot of orders from Uber Eats up there. So I am working specifically on DoorDash while I'm up there working. So the point in that is that with the decline now movement, if they're trying to pass one strategy that's going to work in all marketplaces, it's not going to happen. Each marketplace works differently, and you have to know how that market works as to what you can do to make the money that you need to while you're working it. What works in LA isn't going to work in Tupelo, Mississippi. What works in New York City, it is not going to work in Fort Wayne, Indiana. What works in Indianapolis isn't going to work in Auburn, Indiana. So you really have to have your own defined strategy for your marketplace based on what that marketplace is. I've told you all along, go out there and see what the apps are in your marketplace, no matter what size marketplace it is. You might not have Uber Eats, you might not have Grubhub, you might not have DoorDash in your area, and you're going to have to work with what you have, and you can still make the money that you want to make as long as you figure out that marketplace and set your strategy to be able to make that money. So as far as the decline now movement, I don't think that a one strategy fits all in that scenario, because each marketplace is different. The other thing I want to say about the decline now movement is it is just a bunch of people complaining and a bunch of negative naysayers. And from what I've read, if you have an idea, or if you have a question, or if you have an opinion in this Facebook group specifically, because that's where they're at, they will ignore you, they will criticize you, they will kick you out of the group, whatever. If they are trying to make a difference, and they are trying to teach people what they need to do, you need to really engage people, and you really need to have different ideas to help people in different marketplaces and in different situations. So I would recommend going and trying to be part of the decline now movement. I think, again, fundamentally, I think it's a good idea. They are trying to teach people to, only accept orders that you can make money on and you can make a good profit on. And that in itself is a great thing. I think that the actions that they're taking to try to do that, I don't think that those actions are the best. So, go check them out. I'm not going to tell you to take my opinion as a grain of salt, and go check them out if you're interested, and if you want to join the movement, more power to you. But I think it's going to be a complete waste of your time, and I think it's going to bring a lot of negativity into your life that you don't really need, and it's not going to help you be successful out here. Get on YouTube and do searches on Google and find those people like myself that are really trying to teach you how to make the most money while you're out there, because if you use the strategies that the veteran drivers like us are trying to teach you, then you'll make the money out there that you want to make, and you'll make that $25 to $30 an hour instead of making that $9 to $14 an hour that so many of the dashers are out there making. So I hope that you found this video insightful. I hope that you enjoyed the topic today, and I really hope that you are using the strategies that I and the other YouTubers out here are teaching, so that you can make the most money that you can while you're out here doing your dashing or working on Uber Eats or Grubhub. And use the strategies, learn your marketplace, and know what you need to do in that particular marketplace to make the money that you want to make, and you'll be successful out there. You're not always going to make that $25 to $30 an hour, but sometimes you're going to make $35 or $40 an hour. So if you use a consistent strategy as we are teaching you here on YouTube, then you'll be successful. So please make sure that you subscribe to my channel and like my video. And also, if you know anyone else out there that could use the insights and the advice that I give, please share the video with others. And I hope that you're making the money that you want out there, and have a great day. Thanks.